Welcome back everybody, Moobidoo Prospecting. I've tried this a couple of times before. I've not had much luck, so I've got myself one of these aluminium moulds. Now I'm going to try and cast a ring today. So I've tried a couple of times, not had great success, but I think I'm dealing with a tiny ring. So I'm going to try and copy this one today. So, and the idea is that you get your mould here, I fill it in from that end and I've got a level surface, and now I want to push it halfway in. Like that. That's what I want to do, and then from there I want to mark it there. That's where I'm going to pour down. So then what I have to do is I'm going to put this one on top like that, and then we're going to fill in the top and press down hard. Now, do I leave that? That might be advisable, just to leave that in there like that, and that's going to give me my hole. So we'll leave that there like that. There's my ring in there. And I empty more sand onto the top. And I've used this a few times, just when I was playing with clay and things like that, and it's a oil-based casting sand. It was only a few quid for a big old pack, you know, and I imagine, you know, I've used it several times now, and it doesn't seem to degrade or anything, so you can just keep using it and using it and using it. So I'll get a good level in there and push it down well. Push it down as hard as you can, really. No, I took that came out. Wasn't very good, was it, Steve-O? Alright, push that back in. Right, that's quite well in there now, so I'm going to remove that because I'm moving it about anyway. We'll finish this. Finish it off with a good old stomp. Yeah, I think that's pretty well stomped. Let's level her off. Now, so I'm left with my mould here now, and I'm going to try and separate it again. Like that. Now I've left my lovely ring shape. Now I need to get my ring out. That's pretty good. So I've got that out now. There's a couple of tiny little nicks that I can deal with. Use the right tool. Now what I need to do is create some just little offshoots so that the hot air has somewhere to escape. And I have a vent hole in the side, but I've seen another method like this. So I do a little scrape away from the main mould like that, and then pierce it. I'm knocking out a little bit, but that's okay. This is just me. This might be a little thick, but this is to allow the air to escape. Made a mess of the other one now. So now what I need to do And I'm left with this now. Can you see that? Oh, the light is terrible. So I've made, there's the ring mould, and I've done some offshoots and spiked all the way through. I could put the other light on, it's just it gets very hot out here with that. So now I'm going to make my void to the ring. Right, I've got that, okay, and I'll do the same to this side now. This is this takes longer than actually casting the ring. Melting the silver usually takes a couple of minutes, so I think we're there now. So I've got my pour spout there ready, so I'm going to line it back up with this one. Feeling fairly confident this time. That's a pretty good ring shape there. So now we align them back up. And that's it. Exciting stuff. So I've lost a little bit there on the back end, but it don't matter. The magic is right in there. That doesn't look aligned. I'm just going to pull this open again because I want to see it's aligned. Okay, I want one more clean up. Okay, that one's ready. And that one's clear. So let's have a look, see if we can get this properly matched. There, that's perfect, right there. Okay, so we're closed. So I'll bring you round now to the smelting station. Let me just turn you around. Sorry, some of the display's not on today, but hey, you have to excuse me a second. Get you into the right position. I think that looks about right. There we go. So I've got my mould. Going to put it in this vise here. Make sure I'm pinching. Lovely. I've lost a bit there, but that's all right. Don't block my vent holes, we'll be good. So that's clearly marked. So I've got my little crucible ready. We'll add a bit of flux. I do have disgusting hands. Just give me a second. just clean myself up a bit before we do this. So for future reference, I guess it might be an idea to wear gloves when you're handling that sand clay. It's very clammy and getting the mould ready. It's a bit dirty work. So I'm ready to go now. I've got my piece of silver up here, and as you can see, I don't know if I can bring that in and show you. I've had a couple of attempts so far, but it hasn't gone so well. And I think the ring is too delicate, too small. And I haven't used vent holes. So I've added some vent holes, a new design after watching another video, and now I'm going to try again. So let's go. So I've just put a bit of borax in, a bit of flux. It just helps the metals stay nice together. Heat that up and we'll go in with the silver. This won't take long. Usually I can get it down to a silver swirly ball in about 2 minutes. It's liquefying. I think that's about the best place to sit it. The use of heat. So we've got a ball of silver now. It's molten, so I'm going to carry on heating for another 2 minutes to see if that makes a difference with the pour. Because this is a melting point now and it's melted. But is it at pouring temperature? That I don't know. And the spout. It's a ball of silver, so I believe this is actually like attempt number 4. So I've got quite a lot of footage, but there we go. I'm going to have about 4 in this because it's getting really hot. So there's my silver ball. Line her up. Well, I certainly see the smoke come out of there, but did it go into a ring shape? I'll put that there, I'll leave the crucible in there, very hot. Now this usually holds away the heat from you, so we can have a look. Have I been successful? It's not too hot to hold, so I'm going to bring you round, just bear with me a second. And let's get you back round to the other area. There we go. That wasn't too savage, was it? There we are. Right, so here we are again. Looks to me like I've just made a ball of silver, but we'll see. Oh, well, it's a bit thin in one area, but that is my best pour yet. Look, that is my best pour yet. This lighting is terrible. Look, I'm gonna let's get some better focus on this. I'm going to do that and just bring you up under the light here. Best thing I can do, I guess, is get hold of it. Now I'm going to punch that out of it. There it is. Let's bring you over to this light because that's just shocking. There it is, look. A silver ring. Yeah, but I could probably work with that because it was too thick anyway. And I've got that on top, which I could cut, mould to shape and set a stone in. But it's quite a chunk. But I've actually successfully made a silver ring for some scrap silver. Success. Success.